Now, I don't know how much water this holds, but Jeffree Star came out recently and said James Charles is a psycho. He also came out and did a whole big diss on Trisha. Oh, he's Mexican? I read that he's Brazilian.
He
You
grew
sure?
up in Mexico City.
Oh, I think it's because the character is supposed to be Brazilian, right?
Well,
because I remember
he
hearing
lives
about
in
that with the
Mexico.
Let's see.
Because I know I heard that he's Brazilian. You know, because then Jimmy can't help us if he's Mexican.
The writer of the original confirmed that if they lived in the real world, Luffy would be from Brazil. So maybe that's just what you were remembering.
Jimmy can, in fact.
No, I've heard that, but I think it was something else.
Jimmy can, in fact, help us because in the top 5 of his audience, 0.5% is from Mexico.
Jimmy has that?
Yeah.
Top 5% is Mexican?
0.5%.
0.5?
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, so Jeffree Star also made a huge diss against Trisha that was kind of interesting. I saw people... Actually, to be fair, I think he kind of has a point, too. I mean, but here, let's watch this one about... what was Jeffree canceled for? I'm not super up to date with the Jeffree lore.
A slew of things. Racism, being very cruel, very horrible videos from, like, his past coming to light. A lot, amongst other things.
Okay. Well, so here he is on James Charles. At least he's got this. He's one of the only people at least out here saying it. I don't know if that counts for anything.
And thought that I could expose someone else's trauma and story to X out someone else. That person did not want me to. Therefore, this person is still free. And to see this person still out there, they're not thriving like they used to be at all. It's just interesting. But the industry does have demonic snakes.
Yeah.
He's the biggest piece of shit in the beauty industry.
Wow,
And he
really?
allegedly has done a lot of horrible things. He admitted to talking to minors. He is a fucking piece
So
of
that
shit.
is true. I always stay out of the drama.
He did a video allegedly, not allegedly, admitting to minors. One of the most vile human beings on this planet. And I have never really talked or addressed these things, but he is a literal fucking monster. People aren't ready for the truth. Everyone wants to keep their mouths shut and they keep... Why?
Right.
Not wrong.
If someone is bad, let people know.
Yeah, no, I
You have
agree.
A-list celebrities literally using this shit. Yes, Kim Kardashian, we're talking to you.
He's not
You're
wrong.
using his makeup?
Absolutely. You'll have to tell me who it is later so I can steer clear of that human.
Oh, his name is James Charles.
Sorry, but the ending of that was iconic.
That's awesome.
But this is not iconic. This is the headline. Jeffree Star accusers say the makeup mogul has a history of essay, physical violence, and hush money offers.
Yeah, that's
Jeffree
not.
Star.
Yeah, that's what the headline says. What? Oh, but it's written by a Cat 10 Barge, and she's. I got to read the article. I haven't read the articles.
Right,
Anything good in there in it?
I am always suspicious of Jeffree Star. I don't know why. I don't even know much about him, but
The vibes are definitely off.
the vibes are kind of scary.
The vibes are definitely scary and off. Yeah.
And also, I mean, he's been working with Shane for a while, even when weird shit was known about him.
Right.
kinda
So it's
weird.
not that.
Yeah.
Well,
Not the same
James is actively like
Yeah.
predatoring minors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely different.
But there is definitely a bit of irony there for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I am curious what's the Jeffree Star stuff though, because I really don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like
Send me the article. Let me read it. Yeah, here I got it.
we weren't really talking about him at that time, I guess, when
I think he was already like
it's already kind of
basically like canceled by the
Yeah.
time we
So we never got into it.
got into that
I
world.
don't know what happened with him.
Before building his YouTube makeup empire, Jeffree Star was politically incorrect MySpace celebrity. I didn't know that. 5 people told Insider that in 2009, Star used a taser on a homeless teen. The fuck? Who had rejected his affection in a movie theater? What? Wait. Let me read that again. 2009, Jeffree Star used a taser on a homeless teen who had a... So Jeffree was hitting on the homeless kid and then tasered him? Because he didn't want to... He didn't like the attention? Am I reading that correct? This man does not take rejection well. Hey, baby, you want to come back to my place? No, I'm good. Well, fuck you. The teen later stayed the night in Star's apartment and told Insider that Star gave him Ambien until he was intoxicated and forcibly performed on him without his consent.
That's like really serious.
Several people in publicly available internet posts corroborate key components of the former homeless teen's account. What the fuck? That's crazy.
Why is he not in jail?
Well, apparently you can do anything you want to homeless people.
That's sad.
It is sad. That's why serial killers usually go for like
That's why
transients.
I was saying I got scary vibes from him. See,
That is really
that's
scary. That is really scary. Arthur and Star went to see a movie with two friends. During the film, Arthur said Star tried to hold his hand, but Arthur resisted. According to Arthur, Star attacked him with a taser in the theater parking lot after the movie in retaliation. What?
Wow.
Mackenzie says, I saw Jeffree Star standing by himself 2 years in a row at Warped Tour, and the vibes were so scary I couldn't get close.
That's the real crime.
He has bad chi, you might say.
Right.
Or Nen? Is that what they called it on Hunter x Hunter? Nen. He has
think
bad
so.
Nen. His Nen is foul, bro. It's not pure.
It's foul.
Arthur later recanted his statement and reached out to another insider source to offer $10,000 allegedly on behalf of Star to walk back their comments to the outlet as well. Now, in a new report published Monday, Insider says it has obtained documentation demonstrating that Arthur allegedly received $45,000 in hush money.
Ooh.
CFO of Jeffree from Scott Andrews, CFO of Jeffree Star Cosmetics. What the fridge? That is pretty scandalous. That's definitely top tier psycho shit.
Yeah. Also, he kills yaks, man.
He does. He sent us some yak jerky.
Oh yeah, I never liked that.
The yak thing was
The yak saga.
yakety yak. Don't talk back, or I'll make jerky out of you.
God, you're such a dad.
Thanks, bro.
That's the most dad joke.
Pretty
I've ever
good
told.
though. Pretty good.
It made me laugh. Made me laugh.
Dude, that's actually nuts. That's nuts, man. That's nuts, bro.
Nuts.
See, that's the stuff I hadn't heard. I had not heard that.
Based on what Jeffree Star is calling other people to do, it sounds like people should start talking about Jeffree Star.
Yo, there's even, look at this. An old tweet he erased, going to the movies with, and he added the dude, Gage Arthur, that he apparently tasered and drugged.
I thought people carry a taser for self-defense.
He's doing it for self-offense. Yeah. Wow. Oh, so here's the Trisha Paytas thing. And
I don't care.
It's short. It's short. You can just keep painting. Pretend you don't hear it.
Okay.
Thank you. You want earmuffs so
just-
you're not even associated?
I can't hear you.
What? All right, Hila's not here, you guys. She's
Just roll out of the frame.
Yeah, you want to roll out of frame for this?
So when it gets clipped, you don't have to be in it.
Just crop her.
Just hide.
Sometimes I forget.
You don't remember if we had
So the reason why I think he has a point is just because I was there when she was saying this stuff about him, because she told this whole elaborate story about how he was like super mean to her and was bullying her and stuff. And now she's like, oh, I don't even remember. I don't even know what we're fighting about. And he's like, what? Which, fair point to him. Does this have what Trisha originally said about him? I don't see it. I kind of wanted to show that just quickly. It's short.
I don't think it's short.
Well, just to give an idea. Because she was like, he's the worst person alive, which might be true based on other things. But she's like, we went to Vegas. He bullied me. They made fun of me. They called me fat. Like, just really demon shit. And of course,
wasn't that the hairdresser or something? I think it was more complicated than that.
No, it wasn't. I went back and watched the clip. It really wasn't complicated.
Okay.
There's a highlight of it. You just link me that.
Okay.
And now here she is like, what is this?
A fan of what he recently saw of her, which seemed to be a clip of her downplaying their friendship ending, saying that she didn't remember what happened. Now, I have looked pretty hard to try and find the exact video that Jeffree is watching. It kind of sounds like he's reacting to a compilation.
Wait, here.
To say all
Yeah, what
of
is
what
he
he
reacting
did,
to?
because Trisha doesn't seem like she's in a place where she even wants to be in drama like that. As she was recently pretty
damn
nice
it.
to him when
I think I'm just in a different
Here.
era. Gosh.
when she was talking about him on Tana's podcast.
Jeffree Star canceled or
Oh
not?
my gosh. I think I'm just in a different era. I'm gonna just say not canceled. Honestly, seriously, because I hate having beef in general or like looming things over my head. Like I would just say not canceled to be cool with everybody.
But Jeffree was not a fan of what he recently saw of her, which seemed to be a
Okay. What is this? What did you?
This was scared of everyone.
I'm scared of everyone.
Oh,
too,
this. Yeah, this was it. This was it.
No, Jeffree's cool.
Yeah.
I think we like had like I don't know, maybe we didn't have beef. I don't know. Sometimes you think about like why did we fall out? Sometimes I forget. I was just a hot mess. I just hated everyone for
I
a
think
minute.
that was the point. Of,
So she says, "I don't even remember why we fell out." Who can remember these things?
I am rectangular. Feel it in my hole, I am rectangular. Feel it in my hole, I am rectangular.
Yeah, that's awesome. The Joker. Dude, it's so funny. Yeah, so whatever. Nobody wants to fucking help me put this together. Thank you. It's good you don't hang out with
You
those
know
guys.
what's crazy too is like,
Great.
this is just an exact representation of Jeffree, and what sucks is like Jeffree will always be successful and he'll always keep going, and he's like an actual bad person. Like he's an actual bad person, and it's evident by these people. Like it comes out in them, and I'm just like, God, it sucks. He's an awful person. He's vile.
You
like,
told me. He's told you that he thinks he's vile.
yeah, and then see him on the podcast, and the least he could have done is like, you know what, let's just delete that podcast. It's still up. It's like, I don't expect you to defriend him. That's your cash cow. That's where you're getting your money.
It's
so
not
done
sure,
of, like,
you're right.
defending him. Jeffree never. He's like, he was loyal to me. Jeffree never defended. In fact, not only he's a DJ.
But anyway, he's like, "Oh, you don't remember what you said about me now? That's funny." And I mean, he had a
a
point.
clip of her downplaying
Just
their
I feel
friendship ending.
makes me
saying
feel
that
some
she
type of
didn't
way because I
remember
was
what
sitting right
happened.
next to her.
Now I have looked pretty hard to try
didn't
and
look that
find
hard.
the
I found
exact
it.
video that
Everyone was bored and people entertained her lies. It was so horrible for my mental health. And it says she don't remember. That's crazy. She don't remember. Oh, but she has a kid now. She's healed. No, she's awful. She's an evil.
But I'm more worried about the taser thing. Did he ever answer to that? The taser ambient shit? That's pretty spicy.
Sounds like he paid some money to just make it go away.
Jeez. 45K, huh? That's all it takes to bury something like that?
How did that come out? The 45K.
What?
I'm curious how that came out. The
'Cause
hush
it was
money?
on. It was on the.
It was on their tax
it was on the
return
sheet
because he did it as a deductible.
Oh, really? So, or no way. That's funny.
The cosmetic company is who paid it, so it was on there.
He did the hush money as a business expense.
Huh. Interesting. Are
Well, he
private companies all tax returns public? Because that wouldn't.
I don't think so.
No, that wouldn't make sense in my.
Yeah, that's true. I don't
This is not
think
publicly
I don't think it's public. Well, somebody sent it to him.
Yeah.
You know what
It
I mean?
probably wasn't tax returns. It was like a public company or something.
I don't think it's publicly
I
traded.
doubt it.
Oh, speaking of which, you know the cast media scam we were talking about? This guy that fucked over all the podcasters, and then they joined Podcast One, and it was all about this big IPO. So let's